But we've obviously talked about third quarters a lot this year. Both games on this trip, you guys come out strong in the third quarter. Just what do you see from the guys' focus coming out of the locker room tonight?
Yeah, no, just another, I think good things on both ends. The Clippers come at you a lot of different ways. So, I think the score 39, obviously I think it was in the third quarter that Pat started getting hot. He just went on a run that was pretty incredible. And, the way the guys are passing the ball, sharing it, I think the running, the transition, the spacing there, it's just good. I think the focus, has been really in a good place.
In the fourth quarter, they make a couple runs, or a 9-2 to end the third, and then I think 9-2 run to start the fourth. It kind of seemed like Drew just was the one that steadied you. Just what do you think of him in the fourth?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think everybody's talking about, this team and how the comebacks they've had. And, so it wasn't for lack of awareness or lack of, conversation. And, they still come back, cut it to 9. And then it just, other people certainly made plays, but Drew just kind of took over and got to some good the pass to Bobby on the baseline, for the corner three. It was just a heck of a pass and a play. And then Bobby's got to make the shot. So he really made a bunch of plays there when it got, I don't know if it got to 9 or 7, but calmed us, made the plays, whatever phrase you want to use. He was the key to that stretch.
What makes Norman Powell such a difficult cover?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of his 3-point shooting, and he can rise up and, get into his three, particularly off the dribble, but off the catch and making them behind the line. But then he's got explosiveness off the dribble. He knows how to play and, kind of catch the ball on the move, and he's got momentum and he's into the paint and finishing. And, so I think, it's a good pickup for them. He's a tough cover, to play that way on your first night with the team. That's impressive.
I know individually those stat lines look probably normal in a lot of ways, but to have 3 guys with double doubles, 3 20-point scores, just that collective effort of that starting unit tonight, just what kind of impact?
Yeah, no, it's great. Bobby, has found a good rhythm. The last 2 nights has just been, he's shooting it so good. And, he's getting some baskets around the paint too, and doing lots of different things. And, the rebounding. So, Giannis, Bobby, Drew is just all, a lot of big plays. And, Chris is always doing little things, so those 4 guys, and then Pat gets hot. You end up having a good night and scoring 137.
Recently, you guys have gone to having Bobby, Greg switch a little bit on the pick and roll. What have you liked about those two doing that recently?
I think Bobby, we've used it some last year. We've used it, probably less this year. And, the last few games, a little bit more. And Greg's just new to all of us and been impressed with his feet, been impressed with his hands. He's gotten some deflections and kept guys in front of him. They've both done a really good job. And I think, the guys are doing a good job of rebounding out of it. All the little things you got to do if you're going to do that. So it's been good for us.
How helpful is it to stay out of rotation or like scrambles? It feels like since you guys have gone to that, we haven't seen as many of the long, like on a string connective kind of things you need to do there.
Yeah, no, I think there's, it's been a little bit better in that way. There's maybe a little bit more battling on the post, and then we've got to be able to guard one-on-one, like we talked about with Bobby and Greg, and they've done a nice job with that. And then you got to battle on the board. So everything's a battle, but the guys have done well, the last couple games.
137 is an awful lot of points. What has to go right to have that kind of a night?
I mean, we shot it just at a high rate. Pat Connaughton has a big night. Bobby, particularly those 2 guys. Just looking at the stats, I think they're 10 for 14. That's just, that's lights out shooting. And then we got Giannis attacking the paint, Chris doing what he does. you know, just and we Drew Holiday, just, you know, phenomenal in the fourth quarter, phenomenal really all night. So just a lot of good players playing together. All right, thank you guys.